For an athlete, the hips are one of the most important areas in the whole kinetic chain. If your hips are stiff, then that can cause a whole host of problems. You see, the hips are responsible for flexion and extension when it comes to athletic movement, or any kind of movement. So that's a collection of the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, abductors, adductors, and your core as well. So if you're not understanding how to mobilize, not stretch, those are two completely different things, then you're running the risk of going through imbalances, which can lead to pain and then ultimately injury. There have been a whole host of Premier League athletes who have gone through a lot of ACL injuries, and that can be a result of hip issues. Now, many fitness or online gurus will say that you don't have stiff hips, you have weak hips. And while there is some truth into that, it really does need some more assessment to just kind of make a broad statement like that. However, if you're an athlete that's been trying to get faster, more explosive, but you still can't get over that hump, or your movement seems quite robotic and not as fluid as you would like, or as your coach is asking you to perform, or there might be a lot of injuries in your calf with strains or in your hamstrings as well. This is a full routine that I go through when it comes to hip mobility and strengthening in order to keep fluid with my hips, which involves specific movements and keeping the mind-muscle connection within the full range of movement. Check it out.
Baby, I'm a gangster too. 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 It takes two to tango. You don't wanna mess with me, mess with me. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Baby, I'm a gangster too. Baby, I'm a gangster too.
You know, sometimes I think we place too much emphasis on lifting weights like cleans and squats and all these things. I think that in terms of athleticism, there's a point where you're strong enough, like you're strong enough. And if you feel like you need to get marginally stronger, like, you know, adding 2, 3, 5 kgs to your main lifts, then maybe you have to think, okay, well, what is that going to do overall? Like, how is that going to affect my overall training? How is that going to affect everything else? If I lift this, you know, new personal best, is that going to affect any other part of my body? Because it's all a chain, it's all a kinetic chain. So I think today's session was really cool. Like, it was really nice not to have that pressure of, you know, feeling like I'm so far away from what I used to do, and just literally just enjoying being in the gym. Yeah.